Hello and welcome to my live. Hello. Hey Joanna, how are you? Good to see you here. Welcome to my first December live. It's the 3rd of December. How are you all doing? Okay, so it's time for cake and a cuppa. Hey Jenny. Good evening, Rebecca. Hello. Hope you're all doing well. Have we got our Christmas trees up? Have you been decorating this weekend, or was it up before this weekend? Are you or not even thought about it yet? Is it not even on your radar yet? So hey Wendy, hey Connie, hey Louisa, Gillian, welcome. Tonight I thought I would give you a bit of a sneak peek of some product. I did share these on my unboxing. Paul says no decorations up yet. I did share these on my unboxing, but I thought we'd actually have a play. So they are some of the Celebration papers, which will be coming out. If you've not heard of Celebration, it's a promotion that will run from January through February. And there's various things. So if you place an order of £45, then you can add a free product with that order. If you place an order of £90, you can add either a more higher price value redeemable item, or you can have 2 items that you could choose at the 45 level. There's a fabulous joining offer coming in January. So exciting. So Wendy says tree up today. Paul doesn't have his decorations up yet. So these are the Flight and Airy papers. I will show them on the desk in a moment. They're very subtle spring colours, really very pretty. So I thought we would make something with this. Michelle says decorations going up today here in Kangaroo Point. It's nice, isn't it? I like putting them up, but I like taking them down. I have to say, I love it when the decorations come down. And it's early to be thinking about that, but the house then feels all kind of bigger again and cleaner and all of that kind of stuff. So it's nice while they're up, but I do like them coming back down again. Right, let me go to my desk view and share with you these papers. So as I say, I've only got one of each out at the moment. So there's this one, which is got lots of birdies on the flowers. Hey Hazel, how are you? And the Lost Lagoon colour on the back. This one, so you've got more rows of the birds, and then the pretty purple on the back. These watercoloured birds, and this kind of petal pink floral on the back. Oh, that one I've done already. I've opened a pack and done something with one of them. There's one design not here. Don't know which one it is. I don't know which one it is. There's that one. And there is that one. Got a couple of odds and bobs on the floor, but they are the same as the ones that are here. So which one is it? I might just open. Oh, is it this one? Is it that one? I've cut into that. No, that's that one. I might just grab another packet out. Anyway, I'm sure there's enough here to be making without worrying about one piece that's missing. Let me just bear with me 1 second. Hello. Welcome to everyone joining. If you're here either live or on the replay, hope you're doing well. Let's start off. Oh, it's this one. Have I done with this one already then? Don't know. Must be somewhere. Anyway, it's this one here. So it's got like a brown. So that's the 6th design. And you get 2 of each, and they are in 12 by 12 size. So that is the sizing of them. So I thought we would make some cards, fairly simple in design in my mind. How they work out in practice, not sure. So I'm going to do a bit of fussy cutting. Obviously. I'll cut one, and then I've got a few already cut. One of these pages has pretty much been cut, so I will cut one because it's nice to see. Like, they could look quite complicated or quite challenging to tackle cutting out, but actually I didn't think they were too bad actually when you start to just cut around the outside of those. So what I did was, let me move those out of the way. I just got myself into a pile like this. Some of these edges would be okay to use, but where they're very tiny, I haven't worried about it. And I've just chopped a pile. I am going to do this with this whole sheet of paper because I want lots of these. And I've just chopped them so that I can then have a little pile and take them through and cut in front of the telly. And I can just pick up that pile and then go and chop. I think you're more likely to cut through them all if you do that. Isn't it gorgeous? I won't cut the whole piece of paper up, but you get the idea. Anyway, you get a pile. So let's pick out, let's do one of them. I won't cut all of these. I've got lots. Which one should we do? Should we do this one? So I'm going to cut it. Not going into all the detail of the flowers there. And round the outside of these. It's such a pretty image. The watercolouring on here is very pretty. So I've got a little bit of telly catch up. I've got an episode of Survivor. I think we're something like day 24, about episode something. So I've got one of them to catch up on, or tonight's episode really to watch. So I should be doing that a little later, and I might take a handful of these through and chop them out while I do that. There. So that is one. And Helen's morning Helen, happy to be here on time for once. Love this paper and have fussy cut many of the birds. It's so pretty, isn't it? So we'll do one more and then I'll pull in ones that I've pre-cut just to show you. An empty stamp case would be ideal. You could put these in and have them in ready to go, kind of like this, or cut out, whichever. Let's do. Who's finished with their Christmas cards? Not me. Oh, Pop. She says, oh my goodness, I made a live. Hi, how are you? She's made it while I'm live. Yay. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's see. Oh, Danette, very good question. I missed that. I was busy looking down, trying not to chop my fingers off. So excuse me if I have missed any questions. I will go back and look in a moment. So feel free to keep commenting or asking questions. Danette says, and I will put that up. inquiring minds want to know, have you thought about what bundles she might make classes with? Are you going to get that bird stamped, kind of matches that paper? That I have got the branches, the one like in the annual catalogue. What is it called? I've used it loads actually. Seasonal branches for that one, and that goes really pretty with this. So that I'm gonna utilize. Classes I have planned in my mind and on my calendar actually. I've yet to publish them on my website, but in January I would like to use a set called Enduring Beauty, and it's got masks with it which look amazing. And then at the end of January, a class is in the making for Nature's Sweetness. For those who haven't seen the catalogue yet, you won't know what these are, but catalogues will be on their way to you in the month of December. So you'll have plenty of time to peruse and look through that. And I will get my classes up shortly over the next few weeks onto my website. February, I'm planning the trusty tools, which looks very exciting. I'm really looking forward to playing with that one, a bit different. And also there's a set called Cutest Cows, and they are very cute. So that gets you to February. I do have a list through to April, and I will be sure to send out a newsletter with an update with all my classes. So if you're not subscribe to my newsletter and you want to hear about my classes, then be sure to sign up to that. Right, let me show you my little pile. We've got a few more that have been cut out. I haven't done hundreds, but I have made a start. So we've got a few. We're going to make kind of using these birds, but you can see I've got mostly a pile of ones that still need chopping. So that is what I'm doing with those. So let's have a little look-see and see what we can do with these. Right, I'm going to do a simple-ish layout. I've pulled out things that I thought might go with these birds. Some embossing folders. So I pulled out the Timber 3D. Thought that would be really pretty for a subtle background. And the Tree Rings, which is a hybrid folder as well. And that has also got some extra leaf pieces in and all of that kind of jazz. So there's like a little mushroom toadstool thing in there and bits and bobs. So yes. It says I really love those papers. Now I have to really love fussy cutting. Indeed. Hazel, you're so organised. She says her Christmas cards are ready to post on the way to the dentist on Friday. We are multitasking. Gotta love it. Right, let's emboss some panels. I'm gonna go with. So I want to use some of the other DSP. I want to kind of use some of the other patterns of the DSP. So designer series paper, but thought we could do a bit of embossing. So I'm going to emboss that with the Timber 3D. And I've also got out, I just until my Christmas cards are all sorted, they're well on the way and they're organised into piles. I was resisting playing with new stuff, but I pulled across this, which is new Baker's Twine 3-colour pack. It's on the pages with the suite that's got hot air balloons, but I thought that the pink and the yellows and the blues would look really pretty with this bird paper. So even if the hot air balloons are maybe not grabbing your attention for now, or they're not your thing, then this twine looks really lovely. So let's do that so far we've got, I mean, not bad. And emboss, that would be all right. We could just put it like that. Let's do, should we do this one, I think. Right, so 7, 11. That was 7 centimeters by 11. If you want to have the sizing of that. No, I'll need something underneath that bird at the minute. I'm just having play with layers. So I'm going to go, I think I'm just trying to do a larger mat. So that piece there is 8.5 by 12. And I'm going to emboss that as well. So I'll have double embossed. Kathleen, sorry, I've got my head, I'm looking down, or I'm looking at the embossing folder. I'm missing your comments this evening. I'm really sorry. Would the older set with the bird nest work with this? Yes, I think it would. The nested friends, the bird nest would look gorgeous with this. Really lovely. Yeah, really see some lovely combos working with that. Right, so we've got the same embossing folder. I'm just gonna give that a little rough on the edges maybe. Not too much, but just pulls those edges in a little bit so it's a bit more worn paper. And then I've got that on there. And then we need maybe, could cut a circle. I'll try this. I might cut a circle from the Simply, what was it? No, not Simply, Stylish Shapes. But let's just see what this looks like first. So this is a hybrid folder. So with this one, you can use the folder on its own, or you can pop your die onto the embossing folder. It'll only go one way. That doesn't match up, and you don't want it face down. That would match, but the die would be facing into your embossing folder. So you want to make sure that the die is face up, and it will just click like I say click, but it places over those shapes. And grab ourselves a bit of, oh, not wide enough, bit of white, and then we'll just put that like so, and then put that through. So I've got plate 1 and plate 4 is the sandwich for the hybrids. So that is your combination. So it's the dark grey one and the main plate. You don't have the shim on that one, it's just the block. So that is then going to emboss and cut for you. all at the same time. It's wonderful. So rather than a stylish shape, we've got a log, which is quite pretty, isn't it? So just keeping the simple white. Oh, perhaps this has to go. Take the car in for a service. Oh yes, don't miss that. I'll catch you on replay. Right, let's add a little sentiment. Shall we have? What should we have? What should we have? What about just a for you, or probably just like I want just a for you or a hello, something like that. Sending you a handmade hug. Well, that's a nice one, isn't it? That is a sentiment in this one. Crafting with you, sending you a handmade hug. Or the with love, which is a really nice script. I think that script goes really nice with this. I'm going to do sending you a handmade hug. I like that. Shall we stamp this in? What colour should we do our sentiment? Maybe Night of Navy or Balmy Blue? Should we stamp a couple? Or Misty Moonlight might not be so dark. Let's grab that. Misty Moonlight. That's nice, isn't it? Not quite so harsh as a black. Might be a bit heavy with this lovely white. Or I've got the Balmy Blue. It says Misty Moonlight. Let's have a little. I mean, I'm going to cut it or do something with it, but that's the Balmy Blue. And that's Misty Moonlight. I think I'm tempted with the Misty Moonlight, actually. It kind of picks out the darker shading on the bird. Hazel says Misty Moonlight. We're in. Katie and Hazel say Misty Moonlight, so that's what we're going to go with. Right, let's do that. Let's do hug. I'm going to stamp it maybe. Let's cut that. Sending you a handmade hug. Who doesn't love a handmade hug? Little happy mail, little card in the mail. We only need sometimes to brighten our day. Right. Nothing quite beats having a card drop through your letterbox and the first couple of Christmas cards came through the mail the other day. It was lovely. Right, I'm going to stamp them. Oh, morning, Jeanette. Isn't it gorgeous papers? Gorgeous, gorgeous. Christmas cards are still being made in my craft room, but it's nice to step away and do some fresh cards, spring cards. All right, we've got sending you a handmade hug. Let's put that. I wasn't sure whether I'd need that extra layer, but probably don't need it. Now, ribbon. I had thought about this. I've used lots of, this is with the Zoo Crew, so I've used loads of this lime ribbon, and I may have a few rolls of the pink that I haven't done an awful lot with. But doesn't it go beautifully with this paper? So I think this will be getting lots of use. Oh yeah, wouldn't they? Some of those birds would look nice in a summery flower wreath. They really would. That is nice. Right, let's do a swoosh underneath here. I'm good with that. And I think what I'll do is because that's got the edges kind of ruffled, I'm going to glue it down and let the ruffles be the texture rather than it needing to be up on dimensionals. And I might even put that paper flat. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I am. I'm going to put the paper flat and then we'll dimensional just the log circle. So we'll have that in there, but there's nice texture on those edges. And then we've got a bit here, Seal Plus even. And just put the ribbon across the centre and let's grab the dimensionals. Might just go slightly off to the edge. No, dimensionals. There. And then I might, if that's going to sort of sit that side, it will leave a little bit more space for the sentiment to sit. Sending you there. Kind of stagger it maybe. That's kind of nice, isn't it? Gives a reason for separating it out. Otherwise we could have just chopped it as one. So the bird's over there, and then the hog. Who's that saying? Cherry, a sunny good morning from Australia. Ah, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Is it lovely and sunny? It's a dark and rainy winter's evening here, so it's nice to be crafting with you all. Oh, I went out for a lovely brunch this morning. We did a little bit of shopping. I had a bit of a afternoon of crafting, which has been lovely. Been a very relaxing Sunday here. Right. There. Right. This one. Need this on here? I think we do. I think we do. This is lovely and soft. Very nice. I like this. I might be buying a few packs of this. Nice. Nice not too thick. Very nice. Is it the same width? Same kind of width and feel as the In Colour twine, but obviously it's not 2 strands because this has got the thinner strand wrapped around it. So slightly softer feel because it's not a wrap of 2 colours. But in terms of thickness, it's the same as those In Colour twines, whereas remember these ones we had, the kind of the garden green, they're much thicker, aren't they? And that is not. It's much thinner and much more delicate to use. Like those a lot. Right, let's put them on a glue dot. And we'll just tuck that one under there. So pretty paper, isn't it? I don't know if it needs anything else. Does it need gems? Not sure if it does. I've got these on my desk. Adhesive backed cork rounds. Not sure what you think of these. These come with the Nature's Sweetness suite. They're matte. I don't know if they're focusing on the camera. Are they focusing okay? Not sure, but they're matte, fairly flat. They've got a bit of dimension to them. Might add a little bit of, don't know. What do you think? Yay or nay? Not sure. Don't think they go with this. I thought kind of natural woody, maybe. Or do you reckon it should be rhinestones? I'm not sure. I don't know. Can't make my mind up. I'm thinking a rhinestone might be just pretty. Can I just gently tease that off? I mean, I'll put them on another card if you say you love them. I think they're nice. They give a lovely texture, but I don't know that it goes with this card. I think the sparkle makes it. I think the sparkle's prettier. Bit dark, aren't they? Yeah, rhinestones for sure. Needs a bit of sparkle, doesn't it? Needs a bit of sparkle. These would be great with the man tools as well. They'd make good embellishments on there. And I think if you've got a lot of like gold foiling or embossing or gold flakes and things like that, it can take more of the neutral color and the cork and the texture. But I think you're right, it's too heavy for that card that's so like soft and white and delicate. It kind of is then not the right thing. So there. Shall we just put this? I think this has got to go on a white base, in my opinion. It could probably go on many a colour. It could go on a pink, it could go on a blue, but I really like it on just on the white. Just keep it white and simple, without adding more colour. Okay, I like that. That's a darker, like it's that's petal pink, and that'll be Flirty Flamingo, I guess, without looking at the catalogue. I'm guessing, but I'm pretty sure it's Flirty Flamingo. So, but it's nice to have the different tones of pink on there, I think. So there you go. That is one made. Hey Denise. Wendy says, I think the sparkle. I'm glad I went with rhinestones. Right, should we make another? Let's make another one. You don't necessarily need to put all the layers on there, but you could do the embossed back, the panel, the ribbon with a more simple circle, although you get all 5 cut out of one wind through, so you could easily use those to make up a batch of these. Actually, you could quite easily make up a batch of those. So that is one done. Let's have a play with another. Let's do a slimline, shall we? Let's do. So we do should we do a tall card? So I have scored my card at, this is 8 inches by 21 wide. So I've left it the width of the A4 and I've scored it at 4 inches, and then I've cut it at 8 inches. So 10.2 centimeters and 20.4 would be your measurements. And then it gives you the piece left over, which is ideal for a layer. So let's do that at there we go. So that leaves you a layer on that left over. Although we could make that layer DSP or a colour actually. What about the purple, which is a lot of these flowers actually. So if I cut a layer to 3 3/4 of an inch, what's that, 20.5 centimeters by 9.5. So I do 9.5. 20. Sorry, mumbling measurements, trying to work this out. There we go. So I've got a layer on there. So that I have cut to, I decided on 9.5 centimeters by 20 and a half, 20.5, 9.5 by 20.5 centimeters. And then we'll cut this panel a whole centimeter thinner so that we get a lovely thick border. I need to cut a bit off the bottom there so we can work on to there. That'll be fine, won't it? So I'll work onto this panel and then we can put it onto that card. But I thought we could just pull in some of these going in the different directions, which would be super simple, and use lots of those lovely birds. I was using 3 per card, but there's plenty of them that come out of that paper. And then we want to just kind of do something with that background. Not sure what right now. Maybe some scoring and maybe just a bit of splattering on the background. Let's we could use some of those log panels and add some extra white leaves actually. So if I score, I go 0.5 centimetre on every edge. And then go 1 centimetre on every edge. That'll give us a nice pattern around the edge. And we can add a bit of, taking our inspiration from the paper, we've got purple splatters. So let's have some purple splatters with our fresh freesia blends. I can go fresh freesia. Hey Annette. And we've got some of these left over, so we could go with these, but maybe if I add a little bit of colour to these, don't know if we need them, but I'm liking the white, if I'm honest. I quite like the white. We've got that. I might make that border a little thinner. Feels like wasted the paper, but I don't really want it that thick. It's a shame to cover it up, but it is so pretty around the edge. I could gut some of that paper out, just to save some of those pretty birds, but we'll just go with it on here. What about that? Make sure those flowers are not sticking out. So far, so good. I think I might put that one up there and that one looking up to that bird. It feels like it sits better. I'll turn that log around there, just all having a play with the position of where that's going to sit. So I don't think we need any more paper on here, but maybe some, I don't know how much else it needs actually. Major reason to get more paper. I was going to use some of these leaves maybe and have some of these extra bits of foliage. Let me die cut some and see if we need them. It doesn't, no. Let's cut some out and see what we think. We could cut them out of the paper actually. I wonder if there's a no, I'll go with the white and right, going with the white. I'm sticking with the white. Oh, ribbon, yes. Ribbon and twine. I've got the I don't know how late you came on in it, but I've got the 3 colour pack twine out that is in the new mini catalogue, so they're available from January, and it's shown with the hot air balloon suite, but goes beautifully with this paper. Right, I'm just grabbing some of these. I'm going to give these a little bit of a blend, I think, but aren't they pretty? So we've got these twiggy leaves. But a touch of green on the edges of these, couldn't we? We could do garden green and a little brush. Won't they? Just really pretty soft colours. Right, let's do a little bit of garden green. Tiny edges. I want to keep this fairly white. Just the tips of those leaves. And this one. There. Let's see if we can add those. Just for some extra leaves. Oh, they look pretty. I like those. I like those. And then kind of intertwine that in there. Maybe this is the bigger one, so this could maybe have two. Could have a second one come in there. Nice. And then we could go what ribbon and things have we got? Have a look, see. Could stick with the pink ribbon that we're going to pull in. I think it needs to be a bit softer than that. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know. How many, I could go back through this live and go, how many times have I said, I don't know? I don't know. I don't know. Did I say I didn't know? Right, let's... The dies are, Helen says, where are the dies from? They are from the hybrid, tree ring hybrid set. So you get the tree ring, but you get all these extra bits. So that's all the dies. You get this kind of acorn top and like a mushroom thing. And then these little twiggy bits and berries and stuff. So you get some nice extras with that. And then you get all the ring to cut out as well as the folder. So no, I don't think with the amount of purple that's on there, it doesn't quite go. Although it could colour. I do have some lemon lolly actually. Could do the lemon lolly twine, couldn't we? Or the other twine, or the blue. I wonder if that would. That yellow looks quite nice, doesn't it? Fresh. Let's do that. Pretty. Pretty. Might get that to go kind of under that one with some sort of sentiment, but that looks quite pretty, doesn't it? The yellow. I think lemon lolly. I need to look it up in the catalogue. I didn't. I grabbed it off the side. I was a bit quick to gather all the bits. Right, shall we stick that down? So glue. Glue. Let's put that under there. Oh, that's why I like glue dots. Things stay where I put them. Oh, unless I can't make the glue dot stick. Right. There, glue dot. And I think I'm going to put those birdies on a dimensional, but not dimensional too many of the layers. So I'm going to put those on there. Very pretty. So, yes. So the twine comes in the bag of 3. I am going to quickly just have a look. Actually, I've got someone may beat me to it, but I've got the catalogue on my screen. Let me flick to it. Flirty Flamingo, Lemon Lolly, Balmy Blue, and it will be with the what is called the Lighter Than Air suite. So in the pack of 3, but yeah, very pretty. And they will be, well, they are 9.1 meters per spool, so 10 yards per spool. So you get a lot on there as well. So, right, let's put those on. Sometimes the accessories or the little bits of like embossing folders or bits and bobs can sometimes get overlooked if you're not grabbed by the suite that it goes with. So I would always recommend, when you look at your catalogue, going to the back section where all the kind of index pages are, I guess, and have a look through there. And they show all the embellishments together and all the embossing folders together and things like that. And it's always worth having a look through that just to see if you've spotted everything in your run through of the catalogue, because sometimes things are easily looked over and then someone shows them and you think, I didn't see that, where was that in the catalogue? And there's these little hidden gems. It's difficult to show everything, isn't it? That's the difficulty of a paper publication. It's why it's nice to see it on things like this, isn't it? See it live or see it being used. Right, let's glue that together. So talking of catalogues, I will be sending catalogues out to everyone who's ordered with me. And if anyone would like a catalogue and you're in the UK, feel free to reach out and request one. If you don't already have a demonstrator, or you're not a demonstrator yourself, of course, feel free to reach out. I would be more than happy to pop one out to you. I'll be sending mine as soon as they arrive, mid-ish December. And the catalogue goes live 4th of January. So, I think that's got enough dimension on it. I know this is unusual for me to say because I love a dimensional, but I think that's got enough dimension on it with the bird being popped up and the embossing on those to not need them to be on more dimensionals. Shock horror, I know. Let me just move that in a bit so those are. Morning, Narelle. How are you? Nee says, I like to look in the back as well, and even in the background on each page. I can't even watch a movie without looking into the background. You never know what goodie is hiding back there. I think it's a good trait to, really look for all the, because your eye can catch the main thing that jumps out of you, kind of, and then like a hidden gem. Right, let's decide where we're going to put this twine. I think just there is probably where it's going to go. And then we just need a sentiment. I'm going to do the same sentiment. Who doesn't need a handmade hug? So it won't. It will definitely get used. This card will get used for sure. So I think I like the darker, but I might go purple sentiment, maybe Blackberry Bliss. Denise, you're so sweet. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up. Right, let's do Blackberry Bliss. And I think just the darker purple pulls in those darker parts there. This is quite nice because the sentiment is in 3 parts, so we can sort of separate this going down the card. And you don't have to, I intricately cut the handmade last time. But you don't have to, you can cut that straight. You don't really love fussy cutting around those. I need to stamp that again. Sometimes parts of the sentiment will, like, that's got chopped in me cutting that. So sometimes one will be sacrificed for the other. So sometimes you have to cut them twice. Like there, I've cut the top of the handmade off to get the nice cut on the sending you a. But it's better to cut it twice, stamp it twice and cut it twice than try and get it out of one piece. I wonder if I just put that with each thing. So sending you a handmade could sit further up there, and then maybe hug nestled in there. Not sure on the sentiment bit. Maybe go in the gaps. Hug could sit on there. Why is this the hardest bit? Quite like that. What do you think? That's all right, isn't it? Or should I put the sending you up there? Doesn't quite look right being away. I think I'm going to stick with that in there. I like that too. Let's just make a decision. Handmade, I'll pop up. And I might put the sending you back on blue. And then the hug can go over the bow. And then we can just have a few rhinestones, methinks, just to keep it the same as the other one. Where did I put them? Here. So, if you haven't seen this was inspired by Melody Hyde. She has her embellishments like this. It's just a piece of cardstock folded in half. You don't have to have 4 panels. I had quite a lot of rhinestones, but I do that a lot with my embellishments so that I can, it's just half a sheet, like a card base, just a card, iridescent basic rhinestones, and then I put the sheets on there, and I just take them out of the packet and I put them on a bit of Seal Plus, and it just means that they're protected inside there in my drawer, but I don't have to take them in and out of that plastic wrapper all the time. I can just have easy access to them. And I finished that sheet, so I pulled it off, but when I get another packet, I'll then stick that on there, and or I might treat myself to a new bit of card. You never know. I might go wild and use a whole other sheet of thick basic white. Go crazy. 3, 5. Should we go 5? 5. It's a big card. There we go. So thank you for watching. Let me bring both of the cards back in. I will publish my January to April classes on my website very soon. They'll be open for booking. I will let you know on social media, and I will also let you know on via my newsletter. So if you want to hear about my classes first and you don't want to miss anything out, then be sure to sign up to my newsletter. There is a link on my website, coastalcrafter.com. I send out inspirations and cards and bits and pieces in there as well. My New Year's resolution, we've not got there yet, but it's to send them more frequently. So feel free to come on over because it will be good in January. These are my 2 cards that I've made for you tonight. I hope you are inspired to perhaps add this to your celebration order in January. Annette says, love them both. Becky says, beautiful cards, thank you. Bless you. There she is. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, thank you, whether you're here on the replay or you're here live. It's lovely to have you join me. And you might be on Facebook, you might be on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, not on the live, feel free to drop me a comment. I will read those and come back to you. Have a wonderful week, whatever you may be up to. I know that many of you on the 5th of December might be placing a little cheeky pre-order if you're a demonstrator. I know I will be. There's a few things on my list. So roll on Tuesday. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I will see you all very soon. Take care. Bye for now.